had something important to share with us here. Where's your...
It'll be short if I ever get the microphone. Something like that. So anyway, I'd like to welcome you all here to the 17th Street Mission. I recognize many of you from some of the homeless intros we've been doing recently. And I'd like to really welcome you to our first special evening for the possibility of communication in the streets. I'm Dan, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about the programs that we offer, specifically the communication course. The course is a two-weekend course that we offer, and it's about the possibility... Excuse me. Can I help you?
I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm in trouble.
Yes.
I must confess, my intentionality is way down, man. Way down.
I
see. I've become a DCC distinction junkie, man. Man, let me tell you, I could use an assertion now so bad, man. So bad.
Would you like to come up here?
You could keep the evidence, man. Just give me the assertion, man.
So, your name's Jerry, right? I recognize you from one of the courses that we did a couple of months ago. How did this happen to you, Jerry? What happened?
Home intros, man. 234 home intros in a row.
Okay.
I got hooked, man. You know, I got hooked. Let me tell you, I was in Toledo. You know, I went to a home intro. And evening was over, and I couldn't find my way home. I couldn't leave the room, man. I couldn't find the walls from the doors, man. I was desperate, man. I needed a distinction so bad, man. If it wasn't for some kind-hearted soul, man, the goodness of his heart threw a distinction my way, I'd still be in Toledo right now. And then I joined Assertionaholics Anonymous. I joined Declarationaholics Anonymous. I thought I had this thing, man. I was down to my last request, man. Oh, man, I couldn't generate a distinction no how, man. Nothing. And then some folks from Berkeley took over, man. They had us sharing our feelings with rocks, man. I got hooked all over again, man. Couldn't do nothing. Couldn't generate nothing, man. I needed it so bad right now, man. Man, I'm desperate, man. I'd take an ungrounded assessment. Anything.
Jerry,
look, man, she needs an assessment. Look at that, man. She needs an assessment. Look at her eyes, man. Look, her eyes are dilated. She hasn't had an assessment in 20 seconds. If she doesn't have an assessment soon, we may lose her, man. Hang in there.
I think you're right. If she even take an uncommitted complaint.
She'd even take, yeah. Look, give her a distinction, man. Can't you see? She needs something, man. Give her, loan her a distinction, man. This is team, man. Don't.
So, Jerry, it sounds like that your life's gone out of existence. Do you have anything to keep this in existence for yourself?
Yeah. I done the more time course, man. Before I done the more time course, man, I was confused, man. I'd get up in the morning. I didn't know what to do, man. Smoke a cigarette, go for a walk, buy a newspaper. I was confused, man. What you? Now, man, 8:30, I have a cup of coffee. 9 o'clock, I buy the newspaper. 9:30, I have a cigarette. 10 o'clock, I'm talking to my fire hydrant. 11 o'clock, I'm arguing with the stop sign. Don't you tell me when to stop. I'll stop when I want to stop. Nobody tells me when to stop.
Could you say a little bit about what you got out of the communication program?
What are you kidding? Can't you tell? Okay. Let's take women.
Okay.
Before I did the communication course, women would be with me in their room. They'd say to me, Jerry, what do you want? I wouldn't know what to say, man. Now, since I've done the communication course, I say to them, I want creation, I want completion, and I want it now. You got to put the timing in there, you know what I mean?
Right. So, Jerry, do you have to share with these people who came here from the streets tonight?
A vision?
Like what you see is possible for these people in their future.
Future.
I mean, I remember you took me off the streets to your first introduction. You went out and you sold distinctions in the street to pay for that course.
I remember that. Yeah, I have a vision. Yeah, I want to see a world where no child is bed without enough distinctions, where no child goes to bed without enough declaration, no child goes to bed without enough completion. I want a world where people in New York communicate with T-shirts that say, die, yuppie scum. Or dial, if you don't like my attitude, dial 1-800-SHIT. I want a world where people are not begging for intentionality on the street. Give it up to them on the street. Don't make them go into them hotel rooms. Take care of this wall and door problem we got.
Well, Jerry, it's like you've said pretty much there's to say about this program. I don't know that I could add anything to it. I think that probably everybody...
You know, if it wasn't for that guy at soul in Toledo, man, who threw the smile away, I'd be Toledo right now.
That's right. And I'd like to offer that everybody go back and see our homeless introduction team there at the back table and register.
On behalf of Dan and I just want to thank Ken for just giving us the time to play this way. I actually appreciate the opportunity. This is my last weekend with all you. I'm completing TMLP 2, so a special completion thing on addiction. So I just released them all. So I'm and just so you know, the reason Dan and I do this is especially valuable in humor in terms of people unfreezing their own humanity or the it drives them a little differently. So that's why we do that. There's a background to it, and in mind. Thank you.